Hey everybody, this is David at Homestead Hacks and Hens. Got a little mess going on there. Trying to get some cleanup done. It's January 16th and it's about 20 degrees out. It may have warmed up a little bit more tonight. It's supposed to get down to 9 degrees here in North Georgia. I come down to get the eggs, gather them up before we get freezing real bad, because these eggs tonight will freeze solid, no doubt. Chicken's still laying very well. The only thing I'm feeding them is scraps, and they're grazing, of course, and the whole corn that I give them every day on the automatic feeder. The pond hasn't froze yet, but it will come tonight. Looks like two mills are fighting a little bit. It will freeze up tonight. I'm sure tomorrow we'll extend this video till tomorrow to see how things look. The goats' water's froze up. I just gave them fresh water inside. That's the hardest part about free ranging, is when it comes this time of year, water can be an issue. It all freezes up, and I just had dropped an egg right there. They actually knocked the egg out, because I never leave these doors open, the outside doors, and one of them kicked one of the eggs as she was going in. We got a mess here on the right side. Looks like they busted some eggs and they're frozen already. Try to keep this cleaned out best I can. I use the outside turf grass instead of hay or anything like that. This works best. These are easy to hose off. So we'll just continue this video on in the morning. There's some that I got out of the barn. This was from yesterday and what was laid today. And well, they're still laying. I'm sure this cold will set them back a little bit. That usually slows them down. So we'll see what happens. We'll resume in the morning. It's 9 degrees out there this morning. I'm got the camera up in the window. I want to show you something. You can see my chickens out there, and one of them wasn't a chicken. I was trying to get a close-up picture of it before it flew off, but it was some crows that usually hang around our property, and I don't do anything to try to get rid of those crows, because as long as they're in the area, you won't have any hawk attacks, because hawks hate crows. So if you can do anything to attract them to your chickens and around your chickens, it'll actually help protect them from the hawks. Just a little tip. Out there's that family of crows that come in the yard all the time. There's some more coming in. I never chase them off. I never try to keep them out of the yard by any way, because I know hawks and crows are enemies. And as long as you have a good population of crows around, your hawks, they won't come near these chickens out here, because those crows, if a hawk is in the area, they will gang up on the hawk and torture it really bad. And that's another reason why we have black chickens. If you can imagine the hawk looking down and seeing black bodies on the ground, my chickens, and then the crows, they confuse them with crows. The lighter the chicken, the more chance of hawk attack, especially a white chicken, then on up to a tan, brown, and then black are the safest. Okay, it's actually a couple days later after the freeze. Always noisy, always noisy. And just now, got my well unthawed, or not the well, but actually the water hose that feeds to the well. Trying to get some of this ice melted up for the geese. They've been so anxious to get back in the water, and I don't blame them, because they got to stand right there's where they stand at night, where usually they're in the water, staying protected from coyotes or foxes or dogs or whatever would try to get them. And it's kind of a very vulnerable time for them to get killed. So trying to get this ice unthawed. The well water is much warm. It's really warm coming out of the ground. So hopefully this run in a couple hours will thaw it enough to where it'll punch a hole, a good sized hole. Because as soon as it hit the ice, in about 30 seconds it was all the way through. So I'm hoping this water will warm up. The temperature is about 45. Next couple of days supposed to be up in the 50s. So just a little update. I didn't get a film. We had 2 mornings. One morning it was 9 degrees, and then about a few days later it got cold again, where it got down to 10 and 12 degrees. Look, the geese, they're finally starting to come out on it a little bit and get some of that water, and I'm sure the chickens are thirsty as well. So, but that's about it. Just wanted to do a little update on the chickens and the geese, and we'll make a couple videos here shortly in a couple days, try to get a bunch of them out. Don't forget, folks, click on the little bell, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching Homestead Hacks and Hens.